Hey there, Scott Paradis here. I've received some questions. I talk a lot about the making versus taking, a making game versus a taking game. So I wanted to just take a few minutes to kind of expand on these ideas so you understand exactly what it is I'm talking about. First of all, let's start with we're all playing a game. Life is a game. We're on a playground, a massive playground. Think of it as a playing field. We play all kinds of games. The game I'm specifically focused on, however, is a game we call the money game. Everyone is playing the money game. It's how we get our sustenance, how we get our status, how we accomplish what we want to accomplish, achieve what we want to achieve. It is not the only way to do it, but for us, for most of us, in this modern contemporary society, money is seen as the means to get just about everything. So we play the money game to get money as that intermediary to get whatever it is we want. I've talked in the past about the golden question. The golden question is, what do you want? What do you want? More specifically, what do you want to experience? This is the foundation for the action that we take, but most people don't know what they want. So they're spinning around and are going to be taken advantage of in this money game. They're just thinking, all I need to do is accumulate money and then I can get whatever it is I want. But they're not sure exactly what they want. So they're off chasing money. Well, the money game has two versions or two strategies of using money to interact with the world and interact with other people. The base or foundation is the making game. The making game. This is where we connect, collaborate, and create together. This is how real wealth is created. This is how a society prospers. The key thing that generates wealth in human society is human action. People, real live human beings, doing productive things to benefit each other. That's what an economy is. It's real people doing real things, productive things, value added things for each other. That's the real economy. That's Main Street. That is the making game. We connect, we collaborate, we create, we contribute what we create, we share what we create, and we receive benefit for that. We prosper, they prosper. It's a win-win-win. Everyone prospers. Society, we generate more wealth. Society prospers. We grow. We have new opportunities. That is the making game. That's the real economy. That is Main Street. However, historically, and we know this, historically, we can play another game. We can use different strategies. Once we empower money, which is what we do, we create spontaneously, we create money to facilitate the making game. But then as the network effect takes hold and it gets widely accepted, we empower money. Once we empower money, people begin to realize, some really sharp players realize, hey, this is not about connecting, collaborating, and creating anymore. It doesn't have to be. I mean, that's the real economy. That's how wealth's created. But I don't need to contribute. All I need to do is get hold of money. I can do that criminally, or I can be very deceptive and play this taking game under the ruse of playing a making game. And this is where the fun really starts to happen here. This is where the craziness begins to happen. This is where the bear traps happen and the bull riding happens and everything else that goes on in the money game. So we have the real economy foundation, Main Street, where people connect, collaborate, and create. That's the making game. This is what most people think they're doing when they're playing the making game. Most people don't realize there's a taking game that overlays the making game. The taking game is a power accumulation game. The taking game is about accumulating assets. Money is just a tool to funnel the wealth and value from the many, from the people playing the making game, to the few, the masters of the taking game. Now, I'm not saying you can't play either game. You're probably playing both games, but the end result has consequences, which I've talked about before. So we have to deal with those consequences. The making game is the real economy, Main Street, connect, collaborate, and create. Value creation, where we bring something of value to a market and share that value, and we all benefit. That's the making game. That's the real economy. That's Main Street. Overlaying that making game is a taking game that most people don't even recognize or realize is going on. The taking game, the objective is to take as much as I can so that I can get control of assets, which ultimately means control of people. Remember, all wealth is generated by real people doing productive, constructive things for one another. So if I want to have the key, ultimate, pinnacle position, if I want to be the top dog, then I'm going to get control of as many people as I possibly can. And I'm going to say, I don't want to say the best way, but a absolutely highly used way or strategies that are employed is the taking game. It's a historical game. It's been going on since we were surviving in the jungles. It has gone on throughout human civilization, and it is alive and well today. The point of my message is that we've got to recognize this. We make up the games. We decide the rules of the game. We decide how we're going to play the game. We can change the game. First, you got to know that how the game is played. You've got to understand the rules of the game. And most people don't understand the rules of the game. We have a making game, the real economy, Main Street, value creation, making game. Overlaying that is the Wall Street power accumulation game. Which game are you playing? A making game versus a taking game. Value creation, where we all prosper, or divide the pie so that a few can benefit at the expense of the many. If you're one of the few, good for you. If you're one of the many, hey, we can change the game. We can change the game. What do you think? Let me know your response. Share this video. I want to hear from you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There have been people who've been talking about this, not necessarily in this way, but I want to hear if it resonates. Does it resonate with you? Making versus taking. Hey, I look forward to seeing you next time.